What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another 90 day fiance freaking video. And this one is all about Cry Baby Mike, because all he does is literally suck his thumb like a baby, because literally he is a baby. Okay, anyway, with that being said though, let's give a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the freaking channel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to Mike himself in particular, he decided to post this last night on his Insta freaking story, and he came out by saying mental health is real and everyone has a breaking point. All the memes and internet jokes have lasting effects. We need to stop pretending that people can take ridicule and abuse all day, every day, non-stop on blogs, socials, TV, and articles won't break anyone down on a long enough timeline. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. If we just go back a little bit, the first thing he speaks about is mental health is real. Everyone has a breaking point. I'm curious, was he thinking about Jimena's mental health at that moment in time in the TV show? And in that moment in time in the most recent episode of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days, was he thinking about her mental health when he said to her flat out, I am not leaving because I pay the bills? Because at that moment in time, her mental health probably was at an all-time high. Anxiety was probably skyrocketing. Why? Because she probably felt trapped and felt like she wasn't allowed to leave and probably felt like she was a prisoner in her own home. But hey, when it comes to Mike though, when it's his mental health on the line, it matters. But when it's Jimena's mental health, apparently it doesn't matter as much. And also, let's not forget, he also behaved like this in front of her own sister as well. I mean, come on. But anyway, at the same time though, moving on to the next part, he speaks about all the memes and internet jokes have lasting effects. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something real quick about all these memes, which I will show you at some point. Now, normally I don't show you none of the memes, but I feel like I have to, purely because I have something to say on them, and you will understand when I bring them to you shortly throughout this video, if you dig what I'm saying. But at the same time, he speaks about memes, and he also speaks about how blogs, socials, TV, and articles, are always talking about him. But correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it a choice to go on TV? TV is one thing that he spoke about. So he chose to go on TV. So why he's talking about TV, I don't know, because you chose to go on TV. Two, when it comes to blogs, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have to turn on your device, whichever that device may be, and don't you have to directly go to that blog yourself in particular to find out what people are saying? Of course, people can send it to you, but don't you directly have to do it yourself? And also, isn't that the same thing for socials? In fact, on socials, you have the ability to what? To block people who may be talking things about you that you don't want to hear and you don't want to see. And also at the same time, articles, blogs, same thing. You have to go and search them yourself to find them out unless someone sends them to you. And even if someone sends them to you, it doesn't mean that you have to say, yes, I want to know. You could say, no, I don't want to know. Please stop bringing that stuff to me. But instead, Mike Baby decides to go on all of these platforms and then read them like a little baby, so therefore he can come online and then use mental health as a reason or as an excuse of why he's feeling upset. But the grand scheme of things is, where was his thought of men on mind at the time being real when he was treating him exactly the way he treated? Look at it this way. This is a man that even went out of his own way to legit buy a woman. And he wants to talk about mental health. Listen, I don't like people that use mental health as an excuse of their behavior. I do not like people who use mental health as a tool when mental health is real. It is a serious thing. It is something that a lot of us go through every single freaking day. But then we get fools like Michael who want to come out like this. But I tell you what though, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at some of the memes and let's break them down a little bit, if you dig what I'm saying. Now, this meme right here, which was presented to us by 90 Day Savage, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to them. As you can see, it says, this man doesn't know a lick of Spanish, but made sure he knew how to call Jimena a B-I-C-T-H by the end of the season. And remember, he did actually call her a B-C-T-I-H both in English and also in her own native language too. And I do wonder though, when he said that to her, was he thinking about her mental health at that moment in time? Probably not. But the fact is though, you see these memes that he's talking about, or at least the ones that I've come across, Well, if a meme is legit coming out with something that is true and real and that is not a lie, is it really a meme, or is it just a statement to say that, hey, you are legit a-hole because this is how you literally was treating another human being? So to be honest with you, while he's sitting there whining about freaking memes, bro, the fact is this: if the memes are factual to what you're doing and what you're displaying, you have no leg to stand on. But hey, let's move on to the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Again, provided to us by 90 Day Savage, if you dig what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. But as you can see right here, it's come out here by saying, I don't care how bad Himena treated Mike. She doesn't deserve to be slut-shamed when Mike was a on her webcam side every day. And of course, as you can see, you are an a-hole. And ladies and gentlemen, again, this is not necessarily a meme that is horrible because it is stating facts. This is what you was doing, Mike. So when was you being concerned about someone else's mental health, Mike, when you was on national TV, Mike, being an absolute mommy, give me my dummy baby, if you dig what I'm saying. But nonetheless though, ladies and gentlemen, you let me know your thoughts and your opinions. As far as I'm concerned, Mike is out here just trying to flip the script so therefore he can look like as if he's the victim, when in reality we saw firsthand he was far from the freaking victim. He was just that guy who was looking like as if he was the good guy, but in reality he was far from being the good guy. He was just a disgusting, disturbed little man who has no ability to actually speak to a woman with respect and actually get a woman to actually love him, because he believes the only way that can happen is if he actually buys the woman and buys her children too, to be honest with you. And that is a really messed up line to say, buying her children too. Yikes, that's dark. But it's factual. Let's be real, because he made it abundantly clear in the most recent episode that, well, I pay for you. I also pay for your children. You was homeless before I came here. So end of the day, I have bought you and your children. To be fair, that is basically what he did say. So to be honest with you, as dark as it did sound, as I said it, it is also very freaking truthful, because believe me when I tell you, when we watched the episode, he definitely tried to use him and his own children against her. Can you believe? He was like, but what about your children? Who's gonna pay for that? Oh, the audacity on this guy. The guy that doesn't know a lick of Spanish, but when it came down to him not being in the best place and in the best position possible, what did he do? He used the only Spanish that he definitely did learn to basically insult her. Wow. Talk about boyfriend of the year. No, more like disgustingness of the year. But nonetheless though, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you're thinking in the comment section at this moment in time. Because as far as I'm concerned, I am not impressed by Mike. I never have been impressed by Mike. I never will be impressed by Mike. And this guy just needs to be removed of our TV screens forever. And to believe the other day I saw a poster that was put online about him being a host at some sort of event or being a special guest. Imagine going to an event and Mike is the special guest. Ladies, listen, all I want to say is this, okay? If you're going to go to an event where he is, a special guest, make sure you turn up and you let him know that you are wealthy and you look after yourself and you don't need no man to come in and, you know what I mean? And basically pay your bills, because if you tell him that, he's definitely going to run. Because to be honest with you, the only playbook he has is literally, hey, how poor are you so I can buy you and your children? Damn, that's so disgusting and so dark and disturbing too. I do apologize, but this is Mike. We got to keep it 100. If we don't keep it 100 and we sugarcoat the reality of his behavior, well then, who are we? Let's never sugarcoat the disgustingness of what we are seeing and what we'll probably see again at some point in the near future from any other cast member. Lord knows with TLC these days. But anyway, thank you so much for your time. Like, subscribe, and peace.